You know, I don't think this is the time to be, remain silent about this issue. I think we need to learn how to minister to young women who are in a crisis pregnancy. And I think we need to learn how to minister to women who have had abortions. I think we've been too silent for too long. I found this quote. I want to share it with you. If God abhors one sin above another of which his people are guilty, it is doing nothing in case of an emergency. Indifference and neutrality in a religious crisis is regarded of God as a grievous crime and equal to the very worst type of hostility toward God. Now, when I met Antoinette at the 2011 GYC, I left that hall crying. I felt desperate, panicky, and sad. Now, she had all this joy, and I didn't. Now, I had confessed and repented of this sin, and I knew the Lord had forgiven me. But there was more work to be done. And I will tell you, ladies, there's been a number of women who've come to me and say, I repented. I asked the Lord to forgive me. Why do I still have so much pain? What's wrong with me? Excuse me. And the devil is going to enter in on that point and cause that woman to doubt her forgiveness. And believe me, it's hard to believe that Jesus can forgive you of something like that. You have to come to the feet of Jesus and experience Jesus' love. And you need to be led so many times to that experience, just as I was led. But it wasn't until I attended a retreat for the post-abortive that I understood the incredible need to have that trauma of abortion validated. And I had to deal with my denial. I had to acknowledge my loss, and I had to grieve. I had not allowed myself to grieve. I had to confront my forbidden grief before I could finally forgive me. Now, can you see why the church has such an opportunity to minister here? As Christians, we cannot compromise with society and politics when it comes to the issue of abortion. We have to remember that the work of the enemy is not abrupt, but it's a secret undermining of our principles. And we're not to copy any human being. There's no human being wise enough to be our criteria. Having the attitude that decisions about life must be made in the context of a fallen world is not acceptable. Heaven begins now for us, or not at all. The principles of heaven will govern every aspect of our life, regardless of the magnitude of that crisis we face. We hold the healing balm of Gilead in our hand, and I'm afraid we're not even using it, even with our own Seventh-day Adventist brothers and sisters. Antoinette and I have met many women, post-abortive women, who are hurting, and we have received heartbreaking letters. Now, because of our faith, we as Seventh-day Adventists should be jealous for the nations around us to see our God work. But how can we encourage others to trust God though the heavens fall when we don't? Now, abortions wounded are seeking out recovery programs at record numbers. And I would say that speaks for itself. Women are desperate for healing. And I'm afraid that if we don't take a moral stand on this issue and show the world and each other, right here in our own church, who it is that we put our trust in, we're going to miss out on a grand opportunity to minister in the name of Jesus. And I'm afraid we're going to have regrets throughout eternity because of it.